everybody. Many thanks to SFT for the invitation to speak here today. I will talk about fixing the landscape. So, just a few words about us. The Rhino and Forest Fund was founded in 2009 in Germany. Our mission is to help save biodiversity. Our focus is East-Sabah, and we try to protect, to enhance, to restore forests, and to create wildlife corridors. Our most important partner is the famous Sabah Forestry Department. As an NGO, a near government organization, we closely work together with SFE. Sometimes we feel like an unofficial section working for SFE without being paid. So the background of the story is well known. We have the most, maybe the most biodiverse forests in Southeast Asia, and the oldest forests up to 140 million years old. And it just took a few decades to destroy most of it. It must have been an enormous effort to do this. The situation in Sabah looks quite promising. You see in dark green the totally protected areas, and Sabah will reach the 30% target soon, which is outstanding on an international level. And also important to mention, which is really important, the government is friendly. They work with conservation NGOs. This is not always the case. In other countries, conservation NGOs are rather regarded as terrorist organizations. But if we look into the details, this map shows the totally protected areas below 200 meters. And you see they are highly fragmented and there's not so much left. But especially these areas are so crucial, for example, to preserve the large mammals and many other species relying in lowland areas, that we need to proceed. So this is, for example, one of the last rhinos of Sabah. The last Sabah rhinos died in 1990. And if you consider that the area you need to keep such a species alive requires about 700,000 hectares of connected habitat, you can imagine why it isn't here. So there are a lot of reasons why we need sufficient habitat. To keep it short, the number of distinct species increases by habitat isolation and habitat reduction. The smaller and the more isolated the habitat is, the less species will survive in this habitat. So our focus is the greater Tabi landscape, reaching from the lower Kinabalu, Segama wetlands, including Bulampa, Tabi, Silabuka, and also including the area between Tabi and the Heart of Borneo along the Segama. What's the significance of this landscape? First, you see, it comprises the last bigger tract of totally protected lowland areas in Sabah. There are a lot of the original ecosystems in one place, which is quite unique in Borneo. This area is the habitat of countless endangered species, some of them just in their hundreds. So it's a key area for the survival of Borneo's present flora and fauna. And I think it should be proposed to become UNESCO World Heritage. We have a lot of partly still pristine lowland ecosystem that in this area. Like beech forests, there's not much left. One of the biggest, the most pristine mangrove forests. Different kinds of lowland freshwater swamp forests. And of course, it's a big part of the last lowland mixed forests. These forests contain the tallest known tropical trees, and they are the prime habitat of the large mammals. We have a lot of iconic species in this area. It's a key area for orangutan, for proboscis monkeys, for Orient elephants. By the way, this is a picture of a baby elephant getting up the first time. Was born in front of one of our garages. I guess the total population might be below 1,000 now. We have a lot of cat species, also the elusive flat-headed cat. And this year, for the first time, we got a Borneo bay cat. This is the least recorded one. It's really rare. Cloudy lemurs, of course, is also just as important. This is the rarest otter of the planet. Only just a few hundred individuals left. The otter sip is also very elusive. And very important, the Borneo mountain. There might be just about 400 individuals left. Sabah, in Kalimantan, I don't see why there should be hope. In Sarawak and Brunei, they are already extinct. So in Tabi and Kulamba, we have maybe around 150 individuals estimated. So this is the crucial part of the population. And once united, that will be the best remaining population. So this landscape is absolutely essential for the survival of the Bornean bunting. It's also a crucial area for sunmares, and it's in fact it's the last full options to release sunmares from the Bornean Sunset Conservation Center. There are not many places left where you could release them. We have critically endangered species like the helmeted hornbill. We have the most important population of lesser lichen in Malaysia. They're quite rare. West Malaysia, maybe 300 left. In the Tapi and Kulamba landscape, it must be more. So this is a camera trap picture from our restoration site with 6 individuals on one picture. That is 2% what you have in West Malaysia of one picture. Also the stone stalk. This is a species, they are restricted to upper elevation limit of 200 meters. And there might be just about 300 individuals left worldwide. So this area is a key area for the survival of the soft stock. A lot of them. And it's also the remotest area in Sabah with only a few hundred people in the whole area. And as you know, it's quite challenging to coexist with saltwater crocodiles. But where to let them survive, if not in the least populated areas. So where to fix the landscape? We propose to connect everything what is there to achieve a well-protected network of a sufficient size and quality to preserve as much as possible of Borneo's flora and fauna. So where you see the yellow areas, these are the areas that need to protect and to restore. So if we need a buffer zone along the mangroves in brown, we need to connect along the Segama and through the old landscape to connect the Kinabalu to the heart of Borneo and Tabi to the heart of Borneo. So what to do? First is protect what's left, connect what is dismantled, make the best of what is left, enhance what is degraded. and restore what is gone. So there's a lot of options how to do this and what to do. Just tell you what we do. This is no, this is not important. Between Tabi and Mulamba, our main project area, and our starting situation in 2011 was this. In purple, you see the mangroves. In blue, you see unprotected forest during that time in oil palm, and in the North Mulamba and the South Tabi. The red area is the Lower Sigama Wildlife Conservation Area that was just assessed in 2007 when we started working in this area. But you see, there's a complete interruption all around this. All around Tabi is either swamp or oil palm. So there was just a small river, the Tabi River, connecting Tabi to this red area, this Lower Sigama Wildlife Conservation Area. So that was our starting point. So we started to restore the protected buffer zone along the Tabi. That was the area where just when we started planting. You see a totally cleared riverbank, and on the left-hand side, you see the start of the lower Yavatanga, of the lower Sigama Wildlife Conservation Area. Today, the area looks much better. We planted about 4,000 trees along 2 kilometers of riverbanks. And another thing you can do is to plant trees along roads. So this, what you see here, is the only place on dry land connecting Tabi to anything else with a closed canopy. These few trees, we planted at least 20,000 trees so far. These few trees are the most valuable trees we have because they are the only dry land connectivity with a closed canopy connecting Tabi to anything else at the moment. We planted these trees 13 years ago, and last year it happened that they closed the canopy above the road. And that was also the first time I heard the gibbons singing on the other side. So far, they always I've always heard them singing on the Tabi side, but last year for the first time I heard them singing on the other side. And they rely on close LMB, so they move from tree to tree. They would not just walk. We have a lot of success stories to tell. One was land donation. It was 15,462 hectares by Mr. Ping Chung between Tabi and Kulampo. This was absolutely crucial. And even more crucial, altogether we could identify about 2,300 hectares of unprotected forests, the red areas, and proposed to Forestry Department to save these areas. And with the strong support of NPC under Datuk Semana, we made it. We could save all these areas last minute, already under application for oil farm. And now the situation looks much better, but you still see the gas. So the orange areas is oil farm we want to acquire to connect to Kulamba, and the red areas what we already acquired, and there's some more to come in the pipeline. Altogether about 100 hectares so far. Looks like this. So between the river and the south of the area which is under restoration. This has been acquired with our funds. We restore wetland, leaving the wetland tree standing, and we have a lot of natural regeneration coming up. And in addition to the plant species, we cannot expect to come back on their own, like dipterodas and others. So this is what we do, and we do this so far since 2020 in 3 different areas, restoring oil palm on acquired land and on enclosed areas in forest reserve. We also enhance its habitat. For example, we created a lake in this area, and also ponds in other areas. This is in Dikon, for example. This is a very good method to improve the habitat, enhance the habitat, because it will enhance the carrying capacity for wildlife, especially during heat waves, drought seasons. It's a essential resource for water, for amphibians, for others to survive, and produces a lot of insects, fish, and plants and food. For example, this is our lake in Tabin. This is a eel from the lake, and this is a restoration plant eating an eel from the lake on our restoration site. Also, we recommend to plant a lot of fruit trees, especially ficus species, to enhance the carrying capacity, to leave some grassland and enhance it as textures for large mammals. Doing silviculture is also something you can do. We did that on more than 2,000 hectares so far in Bukit Bintang. And of course, we have to control poaching. So an easy way to control poaching is to destroy excess rows. It can be done within a few hours. So these are just a few examples. I want to give what we are doing due to the time limitation. That's all on the moment. You can contact us, you can get this presentation, you just email to us. And to conclude, I just want to say time's running out, not only for most species and whole ecosystems, but also for us. But I hope I can make you believe that we are not lost yet. We are not helpless. We can work together and we can turn back a clock. We have to, because it's already too late, so we have to turn it back. So humanity demonstrated its enormous potential destroying this planet. Why not start using our enormous potential to fix it again? One example, there was a big project in the pipeline to build a Great Shizukao and a 100+ kilometer highway cutting through Tabe that would have destroyed this last bigger lowland conservation area. And luckily it could be stopped. Then it came up again, could be stopped again. Hopefully it will not come back again. But seems like some people are ready to invest a lot of effort and money to destroy the last remaining bigger lowland areas. Imagine what it would cost to build a 100+ kilometer highway through these last wild wilderness. If you put these funds into the right direction and allocate this to fix the landscape, instead to acquire land for wildlife corridors, to restore land, to enhance areas, that would make a difference. So priorities need to be changed. Last slide, I would like to say thank you to our team on ground. Special thanks to them, to the people doing the hard work. And I want to thank you for your attention and all our partners for their support. But it's help us, it's the landscape and to save biodiversity. I think it's not necessary to mention that this costs a lot of money. And if there's money available, it should be allocated to the right organizations. Otherwise, sometimes nothing will happen. Thank you. Thank you, Robert.